Today, our topic about a hadith of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu narrated that the Prophet of Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, stand in the minbar as this, and he cried, and he said, ask Allah the forgiveness and the health. Ask Allah the forgiveness and the health. Then he said, because the best thing God can give you after the wisdom of belief is health. And our topic today is about the blessing that we have in our hand that we don't recognize until someone gets sick. Ibn Abbas is the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Came to him one day and he asked him, "Oh Prophet of Allah, give me a supplication that if I request Allah, this is the best one. How can I supplicate to Allah, God, the Creator?" He said to him, Ibn Abbas, ask Allah al-afiyah. Al-afiyah is the health, the wellness. Then he left. And after a couple days, he came back and asked him the same question. Can you teach me, O Prophet of Allah, a supplication that I can pray to Allah? He said to him, ask Allah the health in this life and the hereafter. Because if you get it in this life and the hereafter, you succeed. This inspiration that I have for this topic today, when I receive a call, as you know, some of you, that the phone of this masjid is my phone, that the number is this my number. Then all the calls comes, I have to answer it. Then I get, a couple days ago, a phone call. In the other side, a very heavy southern accent, and an old man. And then in the other side is heavy Egyptian American accent. Then imagine this combination from all the way to Georgia. And then he said he was surprised that there is a human being talking. Then he said, "Oh, I thought that this answer, like an answer machine, like I would say, leave a message." I said to him, "No, this is a live human being." Then he said to me, I said to him, "How can I help you? Did you dial it by mistake?" He said, "No. I've been dialing these numbers and other numbers for days now." And he said to me, "I didn't leave a worship place. Whatever faces this, it is. And I'm leaving one message. That I want a prayer for my wife, that she's suffering from cancer." And I said to him, "You know that this is Islamic Center in Stafford, Virginia, and you are in Georgia." And he said, "Yes. My wife, she served as a nurse. And there was a lot of Muslim that she tried to take their pain away and to comfort them. And I'm asking, with all the effort that she did all her years, that the Muslim can pray that Allah, God, take some pain away from her." And then I find that his voice was like age around like late 70s, early 80s. And feel like he want to talk. Then he said to me, "I'm sorry, nobody answered the phone, always answer machine and leave message. You're the only organization that pick up the phone." I said to him, "I'm lucky. Let's talk about your wife." He said to me, "She's everything for me. She was my life, and she's still in my life. But I lost appetite. I cannot eat anymore." He said to me that when we married, we didn't have anything. And then we accomplished a lot of things in our life. And we achieved a lot of things together. But I cannot function in this life. And I cannot enjoy what I achieved with her without her. When I see her pain, it's exactly in my pain that I feel it. Then I remember that the Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, peace and blessing upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said the best thing after to be a believer, to ask Allah to give you the health. Our beautiful young generation right now, when they ask for wealth, money. But they don't understand that the wealth comes with health. When God gives you the wealth, guess what? The health is coming out the exit. They're exiting. People work so hard for years to accomplish achievement in this life, wealth, house, financial success. But when they get it, they don't enjoy it. Then the best dua, the best supplication, you ask Allah, Allahumma a'tini al-afiyah. Oh Allah, bless me with health and forgiveness. Because if you get the health, you're a winner. There was a man, his name is Hajjaj Yusuf al-Saqafi, a ruler. And he brought a wise man to feed him and to, welcoming him, and he gave him the best food. And he said to him, this is the best food cooked by the best chef and the best quality of food, and I want you to enjoy this blessing food. And he said to him, sir, the food is not the best, and the chef is not the best, and the food is not, the reason the food is delicious is not because the chef or the quality or the ingredient, is because God bless us with health to enjoy this food. You understand? I see a lot of people wealthy. They cannot eat what you are eating. They cannot digest what you are digesting right now. Some people invite you and tell you, please eat this piece. And he watches you when you're eating and he says, are you enjoying it? He wished to eat what you're eating. You understand? I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala al-afiyah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على المصطفى المبعوث رحمة للعالمين. Indeed, the forgiveness and the wellness and the strength of health is very important. The Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, he was walking with a companion, and he found a group of people that they were not healthy and they have sickness and disease. And he looked at them and he was so shocked, and he said, is this people who are not praying to God for health? As if message from the Prophet that you can cure yourself. You have the cure, but the supplications have to be there. Every day when you wake up in the morning, if you are capable to stand up and go into the bathroom and washing your face and brushing your teeth, this is by itself is the biggest wealth that you have today. Then you have to go on your knees and thank Allah for the health that He gives you. I'll give you a story, a very quick story. A very wealthy man, an Arab man. Very wealthy, and he was around 75 years old. And his kids become the wealthiest kids in this city. And one day he had a meeting, and he just wanted to go to the bathroom as every one of us. And he went to the bathroom and he couldn't make it. And immediately after 45 minutes, the pain was killing him. Screaming loudly and crazy, and he called these kids from every office. And he had an empire. And his older son, he had like around 7 kids. They run from every, district and everywhere, and they run and say, our father is in pain. This is legend. They call his special doctor, and his special doctor, he called the hospital, and he told them, prepare, for the most richest person, very VIP guy. Ambulance, they didn't want to transport him with a regular car. They get the ambulance, they did all this action. And the older son said, I want my father to be relieved from this pain right now. Hospital came, everything. The hospital almost came to him. The doctors came and they figured out and they said prostatin or whatever it is. And then after a couple things, surgery, they were relieved. Then the kids, around 7 kids, looked to his father, and their father now comfort. Feeling the comfort. Then the kids were so happy that they thanked the doctor for his action and his behaving and his quick response, that the older brothers pick up his checkbook and wrote a very thick check just because the action of the doctor and the whole hospital. Because they see their father comfort. Then they turn around and they find the father crying in tears. They said to him, what happened? Is the pain back? He said, no. They said to him, why are you crying? He said, because the action that I see was you and the doctor and all the greeting and blessing and thanks for this doctor for one time relieved me from all this. And for 72 years, I'm doing it in my own by the blessing of God. And I never prayed for him, and I never thanked him for the blessing that he gave me, that I didn't recognize that I have it every day, in my own, back and forth, and doing the regular thing. Tell you another story. For Khalifa of the believers, Harun al-Rashid, he brought a wise man. His name is Ibn Sammak, the son of the fisherman. And he brought him to ask him and advise me and give me wisdom. But then Harun, the Khalifa, the leader, the empire, he was thirsty and he asked his servant to give him a cup of water. Then they brought him the cup of water and then he, reached out for the water to pick up and drink. Then Ibn Sammak, the son of the fisherman, he said to him, hold on. He said to him, what? He said, imagine that you munia anka hada sharab. Imagine if we stop you from drinking this water and you don't have this cup of water. How much this cup of water worth for you? You're thirsty. He said to him, half of my wealth, half of my kingdom. He said to him, alhamdulillah, drink. God bless you, drink. Then he drank the cup. Then he put it back and he said, he put back it empty. And he said to him, let me ask you. Now, if you were not able to pee this water and stay inside you, how much is worth it for you to pay to relieve you from this water? He said to him, the other half of my wealth. He said to him, La ilaha illallah, Allah is one. Your whole kingdom is not worth a cup of water. Your whole kingdom is not worth a cup of water. Harun Rashidi, the leader, he cried. And he asked for help and not depending on no one. I tell you a real story right now that's happening just recently. A man with his son. And his son probably like your son and my son, giving some comment that sometimes it hurt us. And he saw his father and his friends and his relative in a very wealthy situation in life. They achieved what their father didn't achieve. Then the son said to him, you see your brother, you see your uncle, and see the best friend that he grew up in the same district and same school. They achieve and they have so much wealth. Where have you been when God divided this wealth in this earth? You were sleeping? I swear. Then the father, he was more patient than me. He took his son and he took him to the closest hospital. And he took him and to make him visit the people with illness. And make him hear the pain and the sickness and hear the condition of this. And he said to him, where have you and me been when God divided the sickness on these people? The wealth is not the money that you have in the bank, is not the car, the type of the car that you have, is not the type of the house that you have that you're tempted with. It's when you're actually able to stand up in your own, going in the bathroom in your own, cleaning yourself in your own. I visit people days and nights that people wish, only their wish, that they are capable to go to the bathroom in their own and not with assistance of his son or his wife or anyone. One of them, they wish that they scratched their back in their own. The scratch that you scratch, without even, notice that you scratch. This man, for 4 years, he asked his wife to scratch his back. And he's in pain because he's desperate. Yes, we are running for wealth in this life because we are blessed in this country with all what we don't have where we're born. But we're making the temptation take us and take our kids to our area that we don't see the blessing that we have. That we have a father and a mother and we have health in our head. We call it in Arabic, الصحة تاج على رؤوس الأصحاء لا يراه إلا المرضى. The health and the wellness is a crown that is carried upon the healthy people, that no one can see this tag, this crown, except the sick person. We don't see it until we're sick. And then the appetite goes away, the wishes goes away. All the dream that you're dreaming about, it goes away immediately when you're sick. Tell me, I don't want to talk about anything except my health. I need to get back in my feet. I don't need to depend on my son or my wife because they're fed up with me. One person told me, I just wish to die because I don't want to see them serve me every day because I see in their eyes that I become a burden on them. I ask Allah, I ask the mighty God to make all of you healthy and not depend on no one except Him.